Hi, I'm Jessica Johnson. I'm majoring in hospitality with hotel and lodging management, and you're watching That Beepin' Show.
Everybody, welcome to this week's episode of That Beepin' Show. I'm your host, Chris Miller. Today's show is a special Welcome to College of DuPage episode, specifically for those students who are new to COD this semester. But to those of you returning students, you might want to watch too, because you never know when you're going to learn something new. Today's episode is sponsored by the Physical Education Department, where students can swim, lift weights, work out, and more, all for just $10 a semester. So, back to all you students, welcome to College of DuPage. On behalf of all of our employees, I want to say thanks for making the choice to enroll here, and we wish you the best of luck. But you know, it's going to take more than just wishes and luck in order for you to be successful here. It's also going to take what we here at That Beepin' Show like to call the 3 G's. That's right, the 3 G's to your success. You remember these 3 G's and your chances of success go through the roof. They will make a vital impact on your long-term success as you pursue a higher education. I guarantee it. So let's get right to them. Here they are, the 3 G's. G1, genius. You are a genius, don't forget that. Don't worry, I'll explain it later. G2, grab the beepin' wheel. If you're not driving, who is? And finally, G3, get connected. All right, so let's take a look at these. G1, genius. I declare you all geniuses. Now, why have I just declared you all geniuses? Because we only allow geniuses here at College of DuPage. Seriously, it's true. Now, I'm not talking about the 4.0 kind of genius. I'm talking about the truly smart geniuses who make good decisions, like saving your money while receiving a high-quality education, thinking long-term and planning about your future, all the while putting yourself in position to explore new, fresh, and exciting opportunities. Dare I say, dreams? Yep, the College of Dreams. You may have heard this before, but in the past you've thought about this stereotype negatively. I guarantee you in 2 years, if you remember and put to use these 3 G's, you will have a different perspective, trust me. As a graduate of a 2-year college, I can honestly say that it was the best decision of my collegiate career. And I hear the same thing from every student who walks across that graduation stage. And it allows me to say to you, you are a genius for coming to College of DuPage. You're also a genius because you are going to save yourself a ton of money while attending College of DuPage. Look, I'm not going to bore you with a bunch of numbers about the total savings that you're going to receive. You can look that stuff up yourself. But essentially, you are going to save yourself anywhere between $20,000 to $60,000 in just 2 years by attending College of DuPage. Real quick, next time you see your parents, tell them you're welcome. And I want that Xbox for my birthday. And perhaps you're wondering about the quality of your education then, right? You might be thinking, well, you get what you pay for. Au contraire, my multilingual friends. Attending College of DuPage guarantees that you will not be learning from a graduate assistant. 85% of the people that you'll be learning from here have at least a master's degree. 26% of our faculty at COD have a doctorate. I challenge all universities to match those numbers at our price. It's just not going to happen. So let's recap. You are a genius because first, you are saving yourself a large amount of money. And second, because you are getting way more than you pay for. And that's why, when you do transfer out of here to your respective university, statistically, you are going to be extremely successful at the next stage of your academic and personal life without the debt. Smart. Next. G2, grab the beepin' wheel. Look, this one's a big deal to me because I hate to drive. Seriously. If my family takes a road trip, it's my wife that drives. Look, I'm man enough to admit it, whatever. It's nappy time for old Christopher. But you know what? I'm just a passenger on that ride. It's my vacation. And let's be honest, she's already decided where we're going. when we're doing the stopping, and what route we're going to take. You, on the other hand, cannot be a passenger when it comes to your education. Going to college is like driving by yourself for the first time. Do you remember that feeling? Both thrilling, yet a little scary at the same time? Well, this experience is very similar. In high school, your guidance counselor was like riding with your mom. Slow down, turn right, look out for that kid on the bike. They made sure, you knew where you were going. In college, we're more like a GPS. We can provide the directions and we have the knowledge to get you there, but you, as the driver, have to decide to use us. Look, I understand this is a completely different animal than anything you've ever experienced, but you have to understand the importance of driving your own educational vehicle. You have to be responsible for your classes, for your success in those classes, so you can move on in a reasonable amount of time. I think that I can speak for everyone at the college that we don't want to see you walking around in the hallways 4 or 5 years from now. It is very frustrating for both you and us. It's like being in the back seat when your dad's driving around not asking for directions. Now, much like his stubbornness not to ask for help, the same may apply to you. Don't just drive around looking for that hidden road. Pull over, stop, and ask. Here's my advice. First, when you get the chance to meet up with an advisor or counselor, ask questions. Lots of them. And if you're not satisfied with the answer, or it's unclear, or you started thinking about a huge basket of cheese fries, as the person was giving the answer, ask again. Now, if you get home and you think of questions that you should have asked, call, email, anything, just ask the question. We want to make sure that you have the information that you need to be successful. Second, one of the most important documents you're going to use during your time at COD is the student planning worksheet. I'll say this again. Write this down. Write it down. Student planning worksheet. This document is your map. Find a prominent place in your home for this document. Look at it often and fill it out at the end of every semester. You will not be sorry for following my advice on this one. Trust me. And I'm wearing a jacket, so that should mean something. Third, and this one is of ultra importance. Remember this phrase. One cannot not communicate. Again, one cannot not communicate. I'm a speech teacher. I give this lecture every semester to every one of my classes that you are constantly sending and receiving messages when in and out of the classroom. If you show up late to a class, boom, that sends a message. If you come to class without any materials and just sit there staring at us, that sends a message. If you have to come up to your professor at the end of class to have him re-explain the requirements for the assignment, although he just spent 35 minutes doing just that, it sends a message. Don't be an irresponsible driver. Be responsible for your course. Grab the Beepin wheel and drive. G3, get involved. You know what? I'm really liking this whole car metaphor thing, so I'm just going to keep it up. You know why people buy a car, right? Of course you do. People buy cars to get around, to get from here to there. That's what cars do. They get you from here to there. But cars also do more than that. They might have air conditioning, power windows. Some even have a thumping stereo. Yeah, I said that, Paul. I said thumping. I'm 37. I use thumping. Deal with it. If you have a car with all that stuff, would you use it? Of course you would. I mean, it'd be foolish not to. So why do people come to college? Right, again, to take classes. So yes, it is legitimate to just show up to school, go to class, and then take off. But if that's what you're doing, it's like driving around with the windows up, the AC off, and never even touching the stereo. Why would you do that? At COD, we have a bunch of extras that you can take advantage of without paying extra. In fact, a few of these things might even make you some cash. And beyond that, getting involved while you're in school has some other benefits as well. First, it helps you be more successful while you're here. Studies show that students who get involved on campus have a better chance of getting better grades and staying until completion, meaning until you get your degree or your certificate. Right off the bat, that's some pretty good stuff. Second, getting involved on campus gives you a leg up on the competition when you're applying to four-year schools or for your jobs. Yeah, there is no doubt that the first thing schools and employers are going to look at are your grades. But the second thing they're going to look at is your involvement. Grades just prove that you can learn, which is good. But involvement shows what you'll be bringing to their campus or their workplace community. I mean, how do you handle conflict? Can you articulate a vision? What are the roles that you can play in a team environment? I mean, those are the type of questions that you will be able to give concrete answers to based on your actual experiences, not just what you learned in the classroom. And that's much more powerful and marketable. So now you're probably asking yourself, all right, how do I get involved on campus? That's an excellent question. At College of DuPage, we have over 55 student clubs and organizations. You can stop by the Office of Student Life or check out their webpage for a complete listing. We also have 19 athletic teams. And the great thing about being an athlete at a community college is that you didn't have to be the high school standout to be on the team. If you have an interest in keeping in shape and a little competitive spirit still in you, then check out joining one of our teams. Not into sports? How about the performing arts? We have 9 performance groups, from choral to choir, to orchestra or jazz, to percussion or guitar. And I haven't even mentioned theater yet. If you're into giving something back to the school, we also have a student ambassador program where students help students. Besides, I'm the instructor for that program, so if you want to deal with me for 16 weeks, feel free to submit an application. So, while you're at College of DuPage, don't be a goof. Use the AC, roll down the windows, and crank up the tunes, if you know what I mean. To stay connected to the college, look out for new episodes of That Beepin' Show, starring me. Take care, and I'll see you soon.